Hey everybody, Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the webinar. So if you can see my screen and hear me talking at this point, let me know. Should be able to see my screen and hear me talking. We'll get started in just a minute. All right, everybody, this is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the webinar today on Facebook advertising. And all right, everybody, this is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the webinar today on Facebook advertising and seller lead generation. So as we go through the webinar today, of course, ask questions. Love taking the questions from you. If you have any feedback, love to hear it on things that you're doing. And I'm going to share with you, every week I interview a couple of different clients about what they're doing, highly successful, top performing lead gen clients and the things that they're doing. And so I'll be sharing some of that with you today as well as going through your account to get it set up to generate some really good buyer and seller leads on Facebook. So I'm at listingstoleads.com, and if you scroll down from our website, I try to post one or two of these a month. You'll see a blog post here, Facebook ads for realtors, 118 seller leads, 5 people engaged within a week, which is pretty awesome. And if you scroll down more, you'll see here, Facebook ads for realtors, 19 full buyer leads, 4 to the lender for pre-qualification, all right? And all within 2.5 days, all right? So for 30 bucks, is generating buyer leads, a little more than $1 a buyer lead. That's pretty good, very, very good, in fact. So take a look at these blog posts because they will have all the how-tos, screenshots, short little videos at the bottom of the blog post. So there's a lot of really good stuff in here. So take a look at our blog. If you're watching the recording of this webinar, go ahead and pause it as needed. So I'm currently in the Listings to Leads account. I'm on the account homepage. And before we go anywhere, I want to show you in the top right, if you click and you go to the profile, I want to show you regarding getting your leads into your CRM, all right? So if you go to the profile and you click on CRM, you're going to see down the left-hand side, we've got APIs of Wise Agent, LionDesk, Boomtown, Real Geeks, Top Producer, and there's also a Zapier private beta. If you're interested in using Zapier, click on the support tab in the upper part here and just ask to have Zapier added to your Listings to Leads account. We're currently working on Contractually, probably be live in the next week or two with an API with Contractually as well. Now, if you're using Market Leader, Follow Up Boss, Realty Juggler, and there's other ones, they give you an email address. You can take that email address and on the main profile page, drop in the email address they give you into one of these boxes for alternate email, select send leads to, and then save that, right? And then that will send your leads to your Market Leader or Realty Juggler or Follow Up Boss account, all right? So if your CRM is not listed here, and if Zapier wouldn't be of benefit to you, go ahead and ask your CRM provider for that email and then drop it into Listings to Leads like I showed you. Select Send Leads To and just click the Save button and you'll be good to go. All right. So let's talk about listings first. We'll talk about listings and we'll talk about landing pages. So for listings, if you don't have any listings, borrow some listings. All right, talk to your broker about how to borrow listings if you're not familiar with how to do it, because advertising individual listings is really the #1 source for high quality, low cost leads. All right, people want to see different listings in the area, and so to be able to show off a listing that is for sale, doesn't have to be the best priced, doesn't have to be just listed or coming soon. It can be an old listing. Any of your listings, open houses are awesome. So if you want to borrow a listing to hold open and do Facebook advertising with it, that's another awesome opportunity as well. All right. So what I'm going to do is I got a listing in my account, and I'm going to set the open house for it, and then we'll talk about putting it up on Facebook. I'm also going to share something a client did who actually got a really awesome listing lead. This is a really cool, and I'll share with you how she did it on an open house just yesterday. All right. So for an open house, 4704 Gold Lane, I'm going to click on Edit. And you'll see an open house tab right here, open house. And I'll just set the open house date. Set it for Sunday the 29th from 1 to 3 p.m. And I'm gonna click save. All right, that'll take a few seconds. And then once that saves, when I click on the task button up here, all of my open house marketing and lead gen tools will be activated. And I'll show you that one tool that she was using that she literally had someone chase her down after she dropped it off and talked about listing her property. All right, so I click back on tasks. You'll see it says open house marketing and lead gen checklist. Now later, when you get off this webinar and you completely forget everything I tell you, click on the learn more button. And this will actually has a video playlist of every task on here, all right? You'll see the video playlist like this for coming soon, just listed, open house, active, pending, and just sold. So every listing in your Listings to Leads account will have a playlist like this, specific for its status. So if I want to know how to post to social media, how to do a Facebook ad, I can just select the appropriate video. So to post, they're all pretty short. This one's a little bit longer than some of the other ones because we're literally going into the Facebook Ads Manager for an open house. All right, but even at that, it's only 12 minutes long. All right. Open house Facebook ad. So because I know how webinars are, you learn a lot. There's a lot of information given. So click that green Learn More button at the top of the task list for any listing in your account, and it will take you to the appropriate video playlist. All right. Now here's the tool that this client used yesterday. All right, today's Monday. She emailed me last night. It was the print flyer for nearby homeowners. She printed it off and was just before the open house. She was walking around and dropping it off to the neighbors of the open house. It wasn't even her listing. It was a listing she borrowed. She literally had a homeowner chase her down and said, hey, thank you for the invitation. We're not ready to sell yet, but we're going to be selling soon. So I will be calling you. All right. Got her information and now has a awesome, high quality listing lead coming up, right? That she'll be engaged with when that person is ready to sell. All right. So take a look at that. And again, print flyer for nearby homeowners. You'll see in the playlist here, print flyer for nearby homeowners. There's a text-based support post for this. Print flyer for nearby homeowner. But we've got the text playlist and we've got the video playlist for every single item on that task list. All right. Does that make sense for everybody? So after you get off this webinar, it's really important that you know where to find the information you need. So that green Learn More button at the top is really, really good for that. All right, right there, Learn More. All right, but let's go ahead and we got an open house. So let's get this up on Facebook first. Now keep in mind what I'm showing you for Facebook advertising is the same for any listing at any status. You'll just change the status as appropriate as you're posting up on Facebook. So you got the option to go between the listing landing page and the single property website. Back and forth. And I will start with I'm going to just do the listing landing page. You'll see it's counting down to the open house. I've got the text information on there. I'm just going to click to post on Facebook. I'll click the Facebook icon. We'll let that pop up. Kind of working my way down from the top left to the bottom right. I'm going to go to share on a page you manage. I'm going to post this to my unbranded community page. Now I can post this to my branded business page, my unbranded community page. Either way, up to you. One of the cool things in interviewing our clients, like I was mentioning earlier, one of the things they all say, almost to a T, is we just followed your training, right? We followed your training pretty close, right? Which is awesome to hear because we're generating buyer leads at a cost per lead that's much lower than what you see being talked about on Facebook as an average. They're generating seller leads at a really good cost per lead, all right? And they're just pretty much following our training here. So listen, again, I'm recording this, and again, you'll see this when you click the Learn More button for any other status of listings in your account. All right, so open house in Granite Bay, click or text. All right, so there's 3 basic points to a post to get the most clicks and the most leads. One is, what is it? In this case, it's an open house in Granite Bay. All right. I'm not going to put the date. You might want to put, you can put the day, like Sunday if you want to, but don't put the date. All right. Try not to make things date specific. All right. Let them click to learn more. All right. So first things, what is it? Could be pending in Folsom, just sold in Roseville, open house in Granite Bay. All right. That's your lead. Second thing is, what do you want them to do? And what will they get when they do it? So many times I see ads that fail to tell people what to do, and they fail to tell people what they're going to get. They just kind of blurb out, right, the information about the listing, but they fail to let the person know what they need to do to get more information, right? So in this case, I'll put click or text, because we're going to use the text information. It's in the banner, right? And if they send a text 1003, they'll get the mobile responsive virtual tour sent to them on the phone. You get the phone number, or they click and they'll get the lead capture. And the third thing I do is I just give a little bit of information about the listing. So I'm not going to sit here and copy and paste in the property description, but you could either do it in paragraph format. Some people do it in a bullet point format here, right? They'll bullet point some of the top items about the property. All right, so 1, 2, 3, pretty basic, but important. Next thing I'm going to do, add a couple of emojis. Click edit, go to emoji and symbols. I'll do one of the house. Do one of some people. And I'll do a heart. All right, I did that one before. Just redo that one there. So again, emoji and symbols. And I'll put the house emoji in there. Add a couple of hashtags. All right, and so I'm going to click the post to Facebook, and this will put this as a post on my unbranded community page. All right, click post to Facebook, and again, that could have been my branded business page, my unbranded community page, right? And I can share it on different social media websites by just clicking through here. So now we got this post on our unbranded community page, but the only people that are going to see it at this point are the people that already like my page. All right, same with my branded business page, right? It's not going to get out there to people that that don't already know me, all right? So it's a post at this point, but it's not an ad. So if I were to scroll down on my community page here, let's let this cycle up. And so keep in mind the difference between a post and an ad. All right, so we got this up as a post. All right, so there's a post that we just did. But again, I'm not going to generate a lot of leads from this yet because the only people that are going to see this are people that already like my page. All right, so I wanted to get this out there as an ad. All right, so let's go into the ads manager. To do that, I'm going to click from anywhere within Facebook, the down arrow, and go to create ads. All right, so go to create ads. Again, pause the video as needed if you're watching the recording. Now you can always email success@listingstoleads.com if you don't want to do this yourself. All right, we do ads for people. Our cost per lead on both buyers and seller ads are pretty good. All right, we do a really good job on our cost per lead for our clients. So if you don't want to do this, email success@listingstoleads.com and you can get more information about how we do this for our clients. All right, so this is page one. Go to traffic. There's a lot of things you can do. I'm going to show you again. I interview people every week. I interview at least 2 people every single week. And they just say, Scott, we just follow your training. We do really, really well with it. So again, there's a lot of things you can do, but I'm going to keep it simple. Go to traffic, campaign name. You should do address and status. Hit continue. On the next page, wait for this to cycle up. All right, scroll down. Under location, I'm going to do zip code. Now I can add, now see what's cool about when you do the zip code, people who live in the area, recently in the area, traveling through the area. So you're going to be picking up people that are running in and out and people that live in the area of the listing. All right. Now, if I want to add another zip code, I may want to make sure I catch the people that live over here as well. All right. Maybe add probably 3 zip codes at most, because you do not want your potential reach to get too high. Now, I'm going to get my potential reach even down from that, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do age. And this could be area and listing specific. So in some areas, it'll be a higher age. And in some areas, in some listings, right, more expensive, might be a higher age bracket as well. So I'm going to do 28 and over, right? Sometimes people will take that age and they'll maybe go to 64, right? But think about your target buyer, right? And use age to help whittle down, right, that potential reach. All right, detailed targeting, we're going to leave everything here as is, except we're going to click exclude. We're going to exclude realtor by job title. Let me scroll down. Yeah, it'll get a little touchy when you're in here moving around, but we'll try realtor one more time. All right, and then once you do realtor, and you don't see anything else to exclude, try real estate. Do real estate behavior. And you also see if I do real estate again. I'm not worried about interest so much. I'm mostly worried about, for example, job title, because I don't want these people clicking on my ads. Now, it won't get them out 100%, right? But do real estate behavior and then do these. Now, I've been getting this message, and I know initially, like a few months ago or a month ago, they said, I think it was July 13th or 14th, they're going to be getting rid of some of the targeting options. That hasn't happened yet. I don't know if Facebook's going to be getting rid of them, if they're delaying getting rid of these or what they're doing, but I've been seeing this message for a while now. Once they do remove them, right, we'll update our training, of course, but I've been seeing this message now for a few weeks, and they don't seem to have gotten rid of any of the stuff yet. So if it's still there, keep using it. So again, I'm going to exclude the people in real estate. Under placements, I'm going to click on edit. So it's automatic by default. I'm gonna click on edit. And under Facebook, and again, pause the video if you're watching the recording. But I'm gonna remove right-hand column and marketplace. I will leave Instagram, but remove audience network. And I will remove Messenger. Now again, you can try any one of these, but I think if you're just starting out, I would start off with the basic, the Facebook feeds, and then Instagram, all right? Budget and schedule. How much are we going to spend? You can do either daily or lifetime. I typically like to do it a lifetime, but people do both. And if I'm gonna run the ad, right, so my open house is on Sunday. So I'll say start the ad today and let's end it Sunday the 29th. And I'll change AM to PM. I'm gonna run it through the evening of the open house. So it's about 6 days. I'll spend 50 bucks. All right, so I'll spend 50 bucks between now and Sunday. Now I can spend 60, I can spend 70, all right? So I can put the budget what I want. Typically it'll be a $5 minimum. All right, so I got my lifetime budget. I set my end date, and then I set 50 bucks. Now I don't like to run my ads for more than 1 to 2 weeks at most, all right? I'll never let it run for a month, all right? Facebook will want to default you to a month. Don't do that, all right? You'll just end up wasting a lot of money because ads after a while, after a couple of weeks, ads will typically start kind of start generating fewer leads as people get tired of seeing the ad, all right? So I like to change my ads every 1 to 2 weeks at most, all right? Keep on scrolling down, hit continue. Let the next page come up. So we're gonna see at the top of the next page, it says create ad, use existing post. So I'm gonna select use existing post. I've got a number of pages here, so I'm gonna go to my unbranded community page where I put that post, my Granite Bay Homes page. All right, so we just remember earlier we made the post out of the listings to leads onto my business onto my community page. There it is. So Granite Bay Homes. And that Facebook's been a little slow today. Let's let it cycle through. And once you've selected the page, go to creative, select a post. And this is the one we want right here. That's the last one we did. If you wait a little bit, all the thumbnails will start, there we go. We'll start displaying. I'm gonna select that post I just did. And give it a minute, there we go. So that should look familiar, right? We just put that up on Facebook a little earlier. One thing that I forgot to mention was the Facebook Pixel, which I will do that in a minute, but I've got it in here already. Just click to activate it. And I'm good to go, hit confirm, all right? This ad will start running as soon as it is approved. You can see what it looks like here, all right? Open house in Granite Bay. Now, if I wanted to edit it, I could just go right back to my Facebook post, right on my business, on my community page, and edit that as needed. But this is the ad that will run. So people in 95746, 95630 between the ages of 28 and up, excluding people who've got real estate agent, real estate broker, or work in real estate, will see it. I'm spending 50 bucks between now and Sunday at about 11 p.m. So quite a few people are going to see my ad. And when they click the ad, they're going to land on the landing page, and that will generate some really good buyer leads. All right. Now, let me show you a few things. If I wanted to, before, and I always do this beforehand, I will click to open up the landing page. Or you can click the view icon, open up the landing page. All right. Fill it out so I can see how it works. Two other things I'm going to show you. One is the Facebook Pixel. I should have done that while we were in the profile. And I'll also show you how to edit that lead capture form. All right. So I can do both of those actually in the profile, and it will affect my entire account. So if I go back to the profile, let me show you. And I go to conversion codes. This is where I can add a Facebook pixel to my entire account. So in the profile under conversion codes, I've already got mine in here, but there is a button, add new HTML widget code. I can click it. I can give my, I can call it Facebook pixel, drop in the pixel, and click save. All right. You can also do this with chat, clicky, anything where you need the code in the header. All right. I can put in here, and I can add multiple ones. So I don't have to have just one. I could add a Facebook pixel. I could add clicky. I could add Google AdWords. Right. So I could add all of that. So that's at the profile level. Also, if I go to preferences, this is where I can change that lead capture form at the profile level. So I got mine to auto display after 10 seconds. I've got forced registration. I'm using the Facebook lead form. All right. I got phone required. This is step 2. Since I'm using Facebook, phone will come up in the second part of the lead form. And then I've got the phone field required. All right. Now I can edit the Facebook pixel at the listing level, and I can also edit the lead capture form at the listing level as well. I want to show you that in the profile. And then let me show you at the listing level. Here's the open house that we just did. If I go to edit listing, under advanced settings, here's where you see that lead capture form. I can edit this at the listing level. And I've also got my conversion code. So for example, you may want to have a chat bot, all right, on a particular listing, but not on everything, all right? For example, I wouldn't want a chat bot for a listing that I wouldn't want that to also appear on a landing page, all right? So if I got a chat bot like Drift or Zopim or something like that, asking to like more information about that property, I can add that at the listing level here by just clicking that. I could say, this is my Drift chat bot, put in the code for it, and click save. All right. So keep in mind, your Facebook pixels can be added at the account level or the listing level. And then how you control the lead capture form can be set at the account level or the listing level as well. All right. Any questions on any of that stuff so far? Right. No, we're looking at an open house, but every single listing has that type of landing page. All right, so if I click on the task list for coming soon listing, social media posts and add your social media. Here's the landing page I can post to Facebook. All right, I can change from the listing landing page to the single property website. And then one other thing, remember I talked about that client yesterday who had somebody chase her down, homeowner, right? Chase her down because she was dropping off the invitations to the open house using the print flyer for nearby homeowners. Well, you got one of those for every single listing as well, right? Print flyer for nearby homeowners. If you got a showing at one of your listings, right, you could drop it off. People mail this, all right? But this will get people responding at every single status, all right? Some people mail them, some people drop them off, some people will do both, right? They may mail it at just listed and drop them off at open house, right? But between pending, just sold, open house, coming soon, these letters get results because they inform people about the listing and they let them know when this home is sold, it will affect their home's value, all right? So between the landing page, the letter, and all the other tools in your listing leads account to market that listing, you should be able to generate more business so that as you're marketing these listings, all right, and you get this listing sold, if you're using the tools from the time you first got the listing through the time it's sold, you should be getting more and more buyers and more listings and actually growing your business. All right. All right. Enough of the listings. Anybody have any questions about the listings? All right. Your listings, you borrow listings. All right, every single status. All right, let me show you actually one more thing here. Let's say next week I want to run an ad for the same listing. All right, I want to run an ad for the same listing, but I don't want to use the same image. I want to use a different image up on Facebook. There's a couple of ways of doing that. One, I can go to photos and video, and I can use a different, I can check that right there to use as the landing page image and the social media share image. So if I select a different image, for example, in photos and video, and click save, that will set that photo as the featured photo for the listing. All right, so now that photo is a featured photo. So if I were to go to the task list, all right, see how that image in the background is now the kitchen. It was the front of the house, now it's the kitchen. All right, so now when I post this to Facebook, this will be the image that displays on Facebook as well. All right, and that's actually one of the guys that I interviewed last week. He does professional photography, and he switches the images every week, he said. All right, that's why I wanted to bring this to your attention. So every week he comes in here and he'll switch that image so that it's something different, because he doesn't want his images to get old. All right, here's the social media share image. And again, here I can select new image as well. I can change that banner color. I can type in here and change the text. All right, save that social media share image. So if I want that image to be different, as well as the landing page image, it's very, very easy to do. And what's cool is now if I were to post that same landing page, all right, if I were to post that same landing page with the new image, it will attract all new people. Even if the text was the exact same, my targeting was the exact same, all right, just by changing the image is going to help reinvigorate my lead gen, right? So every single week when I come back in here and I'm going to run ads for that same listing again, right, make sure to change the image, because it's going to help generate more and more leads for you. All right, everyone that saw the ad with the front of the house, right, those people saw the ad, right? Those that were going to click have clicked. And now when I go to run that same listing the next week, change the image, right? And the next week later, I can come in here and again, different image, right? There was a pool, for example, right? Maybe one week I'm going to show off the pool, right? Every time I change the image, it almost becomes a brand new ad, all right? Brand new listing. All right. Let's get off of this. Someone said an independent brokerage, and yeah, if you were that's a great point. If you have sold a listing where you're the selling agent and you're on the listing dashboard, now you can't grab a listing that is sold. So if you're the selling agent, right, and your buyer bought that listing, go to add listing. Now you can't use grab listing, the grab active listing feature, but you can go to add listing and you can add the listing manually, right? Just select status just sold and add that property and do the just sold marketing, because you'll get the just sold landing page for that listing. That'll be a great tool to use to generate really good seller leads. You'll get all the just sold marketing tools, right? So use all, right, just like every other status. Here's my listing that's just sold. When I click on the task list, you'll see all the just sold marketing and lead gen. Here's my video playlist, learn more. And then I can, as I go through here, these are all my just sold marketing tools that can help me generate both buyer leads, but also seller leads, right? Once the listing gets to pending, and then again, just sold, the lead gen focus moves from predominantly buyer to predominantly seller, right? All right, let's go to landing pages. All right, so from the landing page dashboard to create a new landing page. Right now, you get unlimited landing pages with your Listings to Leads account. Notice, I've got quite a few. I got quite a few Granite Bay Property Valuation Plus landing pages. All right, similar to the point about listings, right? About changing the images, right, for your listings. We'll create essentially a brand new ad. Well, for the landing pages, I also want to do that, right? Change the image, but also change the message, right? And I don't want to have to come in here and edit the landing page, right, every single week from scratch. So what I've done is I've got different landing pages. I got one for week 1, one for week 2. You see in my notes here, one for week 3, one for week 4. All right. So I've got different landing pages for the same area, right? So that every week I can just come in here, I'll run my ads for a week, and the next week I come in here and I'll just grab the new landing page. All right, I'll edit it if I need to, but I can just grab it and start using it. All right, and that way my ads on Facebook also stay fresh for seller leads. All right, if you keep rolling out the same landing page and the same ad week after week after week, you will see that your ads, your lead gen will start falling off a cliff after a while. All right, so the ability to have unlimited landing pages, right, each with its own message, each with its own call to action, right, an image, is going to make you look a lot more prolific up on Facebook than, again, just rolling out that same landing page week after week. All right, so right along the top here where it says add new landing page, select the type in the location, type in a note, so I could say week 2, for example, and write whatever my new week 2 is, like new high. No one's going to see the note, so you can put whatever you want here. If it is a Property Valuation Plus and you're subscribed to the text and IVR service, you can assign the text extension to that Property Valuation Plus landing page. That only works with Property Valuation Plus. If I were to have selected a different type of landing page, the text and IVR part of that would not have even displayed. All right, so that option would not have been there. So once we get to the landing page edit section, first things first, the landing pages that generate the most leads typically will upload a custom image, either an image like a Google Earth, right, of the area, right? It's like a Google Maps, Google Earth of the area, right? A lot of great images from Google Earth that you can just screenshot. Sometimes people use an image of some homes in the area, but either way, click upload image. I'll just go here and grab an image. I'll get one from Google Earth of the area. You also can do full screen video as well. Although be careful of video. I had a client, they emailed me last week and they had a video, and it was, imagine you're driving by like down the street and the video was all these homes. So on desktop, it looked all right, but on mobile, it literally, I almost got car sick, right? I almost got, like, I was literally getting motion sickness looking at this landing page on mobile, because it's just, imagine these homes zipping by on your phone, kind of somewhat fast. And I actually emailed the agent. I said, you got to take that video. I mean, it's that you're using video, awesome. But in this case, I'm literally getting motion sickness looking at your landing page on a mobile phone. So if you're going to do video, think about, don't just throw up video for the sake of video, right? Look at it, see if it makes sense. Make sure people aren't going to get motion sickness from it, right? Right, and just kind of think about it before you just throw up video for video's sake. Images are great. You don't have to go video, right, to make this work. In fact, the top landing pages were all using images, and I tell you, the cost per click, the cost per lead that they get is just tremendous. All right, so I got a good image, my Facebook share image. All right, updated to the custom image that we just did. I'm gonna get rid of that red. I'll change it to green. Maybe blue. That blue looks nice. Notice I can adjust how opaque it is from solid to completely light. And that's kind of important because different images will respond differently, right, as far as how easy the text is or isn't able to be read. So that's where that opaque slider can really help out. And I can also change the text. All right, click save when I'm good, and I can also click to download the image if I need to. Notice on the social media share images now, we've also got Facebook and Instagram, right? But we'll leave that there for now. I've already saved it. Styles and color, I'm not going to worry about that. Lead form text, if I want to change the text on the page. My form fields, all right? Now, we don't use the Facebook lead form by default on seller leads. It's kind of funny. We've always seen how seller leads and buyer leads are generated, right? The lead forms matter, all right? So for buyer leads, we default to using the Facebook registration lead form because for buyer leads, it works best. For seller leads, it doesn't. I don't know why. It's not that I don't care why, but we've done enough work on this and we've seen it for a while, right? Now for seller leads, not using Facebook works best typically, but you got the options here. I can use the Facebook registration lead form for the property valuation plus landing pages if I wanted to. I could add in the unit field. All right, I got the basic property valuation. In our area, there's not a lot of condos, so that's not really relevant. I can go from page 1 to page 2. So far, really, the only thing I've done is I've just changed the background image, right? And I took a look at the Facebook share image. All right, so there's really not a lot of editing you need to do here. I'm just kind of walking through most of it, to be honest with you. If I go to page 2, though, there is one thing I like here. Show pricing form before page 2 form, all right? So if you've got a CRM, so EJ and George and others on the webinar, if you were to look in your IDX, your website IDX or your CRM, right? How many buyers do you have for that area? Right. So if you got a Granite Bay homeowner and they were to ask you, how many buyers do you have for this area? Well, I can look in my CRM or look in my IDX and see how many buyers I've got looking for homes in this area. And I'm going to put in this lead form here, I got 32 people looking to buy a home in this area. Right now, I'm going to put that 32 on next to we have, so that reads we have 32 buyers for homes in. And I'll just click save. When we go to fill out this landing page, you will see what I'm talking about here and how that works, right? But before we do that, let's go to advanced options. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory. Home value header. This is a very, very cool one. If you've never used this one before, for the advanced options here, if you click on the light bulb, all right, this allows you to use third-party content to generate seller leads, all right? So for example, if you see a web page talking about 10 secrets to increasing curb appeal or the top 5 ways to get the most for your home and selling it, and it's a great article, instead of just posting that link up on Facebook, you can run it through this home value header tool and it will throw a seller lead capture around the URL so that when you share that content up on Facebook, you can actually generate seller leads from it, all right? So take a look at that home value header. You got embed code for landing page. You can generate a short URL. But one of the things I want to mention here is under follow-up. If I click send follow-up email the first week of every month, this will send a lead home value estimate to any lead generated on this landing page the first week of every month. All right. So I'm going to send myself, see if I can send myself a test email, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is really, really cool. This is actually one of our clients started using it. We went live with this last month, and within like 12 hours, already had a scheduled listing appointment. Let me pop this out. I want to show them on my other monitor. This is what the email looks like by default. Oh, let me do display images. All right. This takes them to an on-site scheduler to have you come over and do a on-site valuation for them. They can see your agent listing website, client review website, and then they get the home value estimate for their home. Now, this is just dummy information, so I'll show you what it looks like. But when it goes to the actual person, it will be their home in the subject line, right? Their home address in the subject line, and it will give them the home value estimate automatically for their property. All right, and it generates listing leads for you because we're letting them know that they're going to see quite a variance of options or home value estimates right for their home. All right, George, George, email support. I know you've had this is for all the people that sign up at our website. So George, you've had an account ever since God created listings to leads. So your account, but email support, George, or email me, just email me directly. All right, but that's the email. So we want to make sure that you're using that. So check that. And so if you select this today, these emails will not go out until starting the first week of August. All right. So if you check this today, no automated emails will go to any of these leads. Even if you've got a landing page in your account from last year, you can go in and check this, but no automated follow-up emails will go out until the first week of August. All right. I wanted to point that out to you. We have a couple of, we got another enhancement going live either today or tomorrow for this, for those leads where home value estimate was not available for them for whatever reason. So for example, if you live in Canada, anywhere outside the US, or obviously there's some leads where home value estimate just wasn't available, then we got another option for them going live the next day or two. All right, so pretty good. We're pretty excited about that. We're getting great feedback from it. So make sure to check that in your advanced options for your property valuation plus landing pages. All right, so we got the landing page the way we want it. I click on view. Let's fill it out. Really, so again, the only thing we really did is we changed the background image and we put a number in the pricing lead form, right? And let's type in an address. Click get value estimate. It'll take a few seconds. Now, if they were to send a text, the text 84996 to the 888 number right there, then that will trigger a automated conversation with the lead. All right, so let's see, my computer's being a little slow. Let that come up. There we go. We have 32 buyers for homes in San Francisco. All right, people put in their selling price. What would you sell your home for? Now, if you don't put a number in there, then it will just it'll just say we have buyers for homes in San Francisco, so no problem. My email and what am I interested in? Click view my report, and we'll get the automated home value estimate on the next page. And then the first week of every month, I will get the home value estimate lead follow-up sent to my address. Got all my client reviews from Zillow automatically coming in, which is awesome. Love to see that. All right, you see the on-site scheduler right here as well, where people can schedule an on-site valuation there. Now, let's go put this up on Facebook. We're going to do it in a similar fashion to what we did. Now, If I wanted to post this in my Facebook page as well, I could go share Facebook, share on a page you manage, put it on the page, whether it's my business page or community page, right? And I could do it this way. Now, if I don't want it on my business page, then I would just go right to the ads manager, right? But let's say I want to put it on my business page or my unbranded community page as well. I could say, right? It doesn't have to be overly complicated, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could I could get the landing page link. I've also got my landing, I also have a URL that I forward to it. So HTTP. Right, so I could use a vanity URL like this, or I could just use a landing page URL. I'm gonna add in a couple of emojis like I talked about before. Emojis really help. And the emojis, they're a little bit of art, a little bit of science, right? Don't overdo the emojis. Right? Sometimes I see people using emojis and it just starts to look really silly. And I've seen people use emojis and they say they get awesome lead capture from it. Some people say they don't, but I think typically sparing use of emojis is a really good thing. Right? Again, with the hashtags as well, just like we did for the listing. You might do your name, right? Your brokerage name, right? So you can hashtag all that good stuff. Hit post to Facebook. Now again, if I didn't want this on my business page or my community page, I could just go straight to the ads manager, right? Like we'll do now, right? If I'm at Facebook, I can go right to the ads manager and do create new post. But I'll do like I did before, where I go to create ads. And let this now for redirect pop-ups, George, I saw your email a little earlier today. Check your allow pop-ups. That is working. I checked that myself. If you're doing a redirect off the landing page, I didn't talk about it in the webinar, but that is working. So again, just like the listings, do traffic. I'll just also do traffic. Continue. Let the next page populate. It's my computer that's a little bit slow. Let that pop up. It's taking for a while. All right. There we go. All right, location. Right, for buyers, we use a couple of zip codes. For sellers, we will not. Just the zip code of that area only, all right? And try not to use city, right? Don't type in the city name going for seller leads because it becomes much more important, right? That we don't want people outside of the area to see it. I only want people in Granite Bay and people who live in this location, right? I don't need people driving by, right? I want people who live in the area to see this ad, right? So I don't want everyone, right? I don't want people traveling to the location. I want people who live in this location, zip code, to see this ad, all right? See my potential reach, right? That's a lot smaller Right, that's a lot smaller. For buyers, we're going up, 50, 100, could even be a little bit higher for buyer leads. For seller leads, it's going to be a lot smaller. All right, so that's fine. Again, for age, right? Since we're going to target just homeowners in this area, age isn't so important, but I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do 25 and over. Include people. So for buyers, we did not do this. For homeowners, for home sellers, we are. I only want homeowners by demographic. So see, I typed in homeowners and there's demographics. Right, again with that message, but again, I've been seeing this message for a couple of weeks, and it still hasn't gone away. I think, like I said, the first time they started talking about this, it was going to be removed mid-July, but it's now getting towards the end of July, and they're still there. So we'll see how that works. I will exclude people like I did before. I'll do real estate. I can do real estate broker, right? Real estate manager, right? And you can repeat this a few different times. Real estate behavior, and do realtor. Again, I want to exclude, right? And again, I can repeat this step a couple of times to exclude those people. Save the audience if you're ever going to run an ad to this audience again, which I suspect you will. Click edit for placements. And again, stop this video if you need to. And again, you can always email success@listingstoleads.com if you want us to do this for you. But you're going to see I'm deselecting some of these options within the placement section of my Facebook ad. You see that potential reach is plummeting. It went from 11,000 to 4,200 now. Budget and schedule. I'll let this ad run for a week. Lifetime budget from today through the 30th. All right, again, Facebook, they always want to default to a month. All right, so whether you run it for 1 week or 2 weeks, just make sure you change that end date. So I'll do $50 over the week. Hit continue. Now, since we've already got that post up on our unbranded community page, where it says create ad, I will go to use existing post. And I will navigate to find that post I did on my community page, Granite Bay Homes. So under identity, I find the page. And then under creative, I find the post right there. 78 homes sold in Granite Bay in July 2018. There's the post that we did earlier. Turn on my Facebook pixel. Hit confirm. All right. And that landing page will start being advertised to people who live in 95746, ages 25 and up, excluding real estate people. And it will run for $50 starting today through August, next Monday night. All right. All right. Any questions on that? A couple of things here at the landing page level. This is the one this is the landing page we just created. Notice these green bookmarks. So if I were to check the bookmark, click to bookmark, that will throw it to the top of the page. And so if you've got you probably have, right, a small group of landing pages you want at the top of your landing page tab. So I can select and deselect so that they bookmark. Notice I can also display landing pages by type. So if I say I just want all my custom landing page for buyers to display, like custom landing page buyers, I can also select by keyword. So let's say I only want the landing pages related to golf to show up. I'll try that again. Golf, hit search. And I can find all the landing pages I got related to golf. All right, does that make sense for everybody? So I can bookmark landing pages, display landing pages by type, and I can also display landing pages by keyword. So if you ever need to find a landing page, you can't find it, there's a few different ways of finding those landing pages and then marking them so that they display at the top of the landing page list for you. All right. All right. Listen, thank you everybody for joining us today. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you got a lot out of this webinar. Again, if you're watching the recording, you can always pause the video as needed. If you want more information about our managed services for doing Facebook ads for you, email success@listingstoleads.com and we'll shoot you over the information related to that. All right. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.